We'll do it live! F*** it!
So if y'all make me do this, I don't want to interview this guy.
You want us to drop the charges?
Of course.
Get him to admit it.
I don't know if he's going to admit it. We're live.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
We'll do it live! F*** it!
a very, very special episode, our 20th episode. And this guest may be a controversial one to some of you, but in all of my interviews, this person is widely known more than anyone else. Millions and millions have seen this person. Do you know To Catch a Predator? Today, our guest is infamous for his appearance on one of these shows. Without further ado, let me welcome, I don't mean to offend you, To Catch a Predator alumni, Jeff Sokol.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on. 2015, 11 years ago, your life drastically changed in front of YouTube, went viral, and everyone knows you from this show. And I kind of want to go back to that point. Let me say this also. You do proclaim your innocence. Am I correct?
And that's why I want to do the show, is because I want you to get my views, my innocent views, and how I was set up by Chris Hansen, the production staff, the Ghost team, and the viewers.
Yeah, we'll go into that. I watched it, and doesn't look good, Jeff. I'll be honest with you, it doesn't look good.
What kind of pizza we have tonight? Who's this? I'll get to that in a minute. Who are you? Who are you? You tell me first. You're Jeff, right?
Yeah,
And what are you doing here tonight, Jeff?
hanging out
Hanging out with whom?
with her.
Who's her?
I want to know who you are.
I want to know a little bit more about you first.
Can I eat first?
Sure, go ahead.
AI didn't exist back then. So what are you saying that they set you up? How did they set you up?
AI didn't exist, but we've always had these cameramen and the production staff that they slice and dice my words. If we had an uncut video, this was all the production team, and for all I knew, Bailey was 18 years old, and I was just going to her house to eat pizza anyways. We're just gonna talk. And just like I told the detectives, I wasn't gonna do anything. If I was gonna have relations with her, it was gonna be legal. Nothing was gonna be done illegal, because I didn't want to go to jail, and they threw me in jail anyways.
Explain it to me.
Just wanted to come hang out and...
It looks like here you wanted to come here and have sex with a 13-year-old girl.
Okay, is that against the law to
They have sex with a 13-year-old girl when you're 44? Yes, it's against the law.
To meet a girl. That's all I've done.
You see how this looks.
What about the marriage contract?
Well, it was just an idea of mine, and it wasn't, it wasn't that I wanted to marry her tomorrow. It was just down the road. If I liked her, if she liked me, if we had good chemistry, that's something we could have did. But it wasn't like next week we were gonna get married. But we're just kind of feeling things out. Just go to her house, eat some pizza, and have a good time.
You come in, oh, I want to hug you.
Sorry, I'm really nervous.
Oh, you gonna give me a hug?
No, sorry.
Yeah.
The little girl's nervous. You do it with everybody.
Yeah.
You do that every time you meet a 13-year-old girl.
I do it when I meet somebody for the first time. I hug them.
But this somebody is not an adult, Jeff. She's 13.
But you're 44. I mean, you can see how
Well,
people
she
might...
was almost 14, so age of consent 16. So I had 2 years to just kind of feel her out, see what's going on, establish a relationship.
Wow.
And when she was 16, if it went that way, we could have did more. And if not, then we could have pursued something. I could have pursued somebody else.
I Let me say something. I admire your honesty.
Well, I mean, in my opinion, and I still feel I have not done anything wrong. I didn't, it's not like I had relations with the girl. We just went out to hang out, and chat was chat, and it was just I was throwing things out there. It's not like I did anything with her. I didn't even show her. Didn't There was no naked images, nothing like that. Untoward happened. It was, I'm not some creep, and I was portrayed to be, I was portrayed in a negative light, and it wasn't fair what they did to me. They lied.
Tell me who you are. I'm Chris Hansen. And this is an investigation. So if there's anything else you want people to know, anything you want to say, now would be a good time to say it.
I can't believe this happened.
Well, I'm not happy that they're using my name to get places and they're financially benefiting from my name, and I'm not reaping any benefits from that. If anything, people are making fun of me even more.
I noticed you've been getting kicked out.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Jeff Sokol. I was just kicked out of McDonald's. They said they didn't want my type in there. They said they knew who I was. I blame Chris Hansen. I blame the production staff. I blame the Ghost Crew. I blame the Connecticut police. And I should be able to go to McDonald's if I want. If I want a burger, I can't get my nuggets. I can't get the drinks I want, and it's not fair. I did my time, even though I was innocent of any crimes. I didn't meet with anyone. I was trying to eat some pizza with an 18-year-old girl, and they still threw me in jail.
You did your time. Time has been served. You did probation. And you had to register as a sex offender for 10 years, and I believe that is up. You have paid your debt to society, right?
I'm a free man, and I'm going to be very careful in the future not to get set up.
Do you think they knew you before you got there? Do you think you were targeted?
I was definitely targeted. They seen, they were going to make some easy money on me. They seen that it was going to be a good show because I was a businessman. I was an insurance auditor. And I was well dressed, just like I am now. I lived in an upscale, upper middle class development in Connecticut, and they used my name to get places, and it's not fair.
Do you accept any responsibility, though, for actually driving 2 hours?
Well, like I said, chat was chat. I wasn't going to have relations with her. She was underage. I just wanted to scope out the situation, make a friend. When she either became of age or signed the marriage contract, then things could have went that way, and we could have had a blissful marriage.
Let's get into that fateful day. I'm so fascinated by watching these as a journalist, the psychology behind it, what's going on, the contrast between when men arrive and then when men get caught, set up, in your opinion.
Definitely set up.
I'm fascinated with that. When every reaction is different, and you're known for your combativeness. You go head to head with Chris Hansen. Now, at the time, Chris Hansen, I don't think it was a popular show. Am I correct on that? I mean, you would have known. You didn't know who he was, right?
I didn't know who he was. No, I watched him I watched him stuff afterwards, but I didn't know at the time who he was.
Yeah, you thought he was law enforcement. You said that, and yeah, like now, if Chris Hansen walks in, people are like, "Oh no, it's Chris Hansen." But back then, you didn't. You were almost a guinea pig for this.
That's right. They used my name to get places.
So when the pizza looked great, by the way. Where was that from?
That was from Planet Pizza. It's a good pizza place.
I will get to that in a minute. Go ahead, have a bite.
You were so calm under pressure. I mean, it was just like...
Well, I thought, and they threw me in jail anyways, but I thought you had to have relations with a person to be convicted of anything. I just went there to talk and scope out for the future. Sure, there was some, sexually in the chat, but chat was just chat, and I was just going to hang out, eat some pizza, and watch some TV.
What were you gonna watch?
Probably a little Netflix, whatever was on. We didn't,
Netflix and chill.
obviously we didn't go that far, but yeah.
Would it at least been rated NC-13?
Yeah, I'm not really into X-rated stuff, believe it or not.
Yeah, I mean, you did have a. I mean, what was with the pill?
Well, people mistakenly think that was a sex pill, but it was actually for my stomach, especially when I eat pizza. I can't digest it that good, so don't want to be in the bathroom all night when I'm with Bailey, allegedly.
Irritable bowel syndrome.
Right.
Yes, yes, I do remember reading that. Tough, huh?
Yep, and they made that correction in court too. My attorney did say, that was false about the pill. It was one of Chris
Mm.
Hansen's big lies. Hey everyone, my name is Jeff Sokol, and because of Chris Hansen, my life is ruined. Chris Hansen, if you're watching, I know you're watching. I know you're watching. I'm gonna be fighting you in the ring, brother. Do you hear me? I will win, brother. You took everything from me. I'm gonna be taking it back and whatnot. In the ring, brother, YouTube terms and whatnot. You're gonna get yours in the ring, Chris Hansen.
You went through the system. I don't know. I talked to you, Frank Amendola. Is that your lawyer?
That's one of my attorneys, yep.
You know, your attorney. Yeah, there's some things I can't really get into. But one thing I can get into is your life now. I feel like YouTube in 2015 didn't have the numbers it does now. So it's almost like been a resurgence of kind of reliving it again. And the video I looked at to research the interview, once again, my 20th interview, thank you, Jeff, has 44 million views. And that's what I was saying in my intro. That's a lot of eyeballs.
Yeah, and they're not paying me any royalties since I'm the one that made the show famous. I feel I deserve some payment.
Hmm?
And they didn't have my permission. Even they said they didn't need it. They didn't have my permission to roll the tape.
That's interesting. Yeah, okay. That's interesting because there's a thing I follow. I don't know if you've heard of it called the Dabbleverse. Have you heard of the Dabbleverse, Jeff?
I've heard of it.
Yeah. Stuttering John, Howard Stern, Shuley. It's this whole thing based around Stuttering John, but like there's a lawsuit involved where John's voice was recorded and used without his permission. I believe that's part of the lawsuit. But it seems like in your situation, they just were like, tough shit. We got you on tape and we're going to put it out.
Right. They didn't need my permission. They allege that, and I probably should contact the lawyer and see if I can get some money. So far, I have called them and they said no, but I might keep trying that avenue because my life is a shell of what it used to be. I used to be an insurance auditor, and now I do DoorDash.
Yeah, that's how I've always remembered you because once again, you are one of the most memorable ones from this genre. It's become a genre, and you're kind of the poster child for it. And I think a big part of that is just your matter of factness. You're just like, yeah, this is it. This is what it is. What's the problem?
You're gonna marry a 13-year-old girl with her mother's permission.
Why is that like so hard to believe?
And they still threw me in jail.
Yeah, I mean, we do have laws, so
Well, I thought that, like I said, I thought you had to actually have relations. I thought that,
was it a one-party consent as far as the video and audio? That's where I was going.
Oh, okay.
What was it? Was it a one-party video where they didn't need to get your consent to use it? And
They didn't even want to tell me that. They just said I'm not getting anything. I didn't even deserve an answer to the questions. They said so maybe that's it. I don't really know the laws on that.
when you're walking down the street, do people recognize you?
Sometimes people sometimes people look at me weird. I never really get to where they don't really call me out or nothing, but sometimes people do look at me weird. In stores, there is some stores I go into that the stores are a little more harsh. They say they know who I am and they don't want me in there. And I don't think it's fair. I did my time, even though I didn't really commit a crime, in my opinion. And just because of my name, and like I said, I'm on YouTube, not by choice, and it's not fair.
Yeah, I noticed that's how I came around to see your name again because I noticed there was Reddit was a big place to get information and there was a lot of rumors, but you pretty much dropped off the map and I'm going through YouTube and you showed up on my algorithm. I'm like, oh wow, that's Jeff Sokol. And you're getting kicked out of places. You got kicked out of a gym, right?
Right. Hi everyone, I'm Jeff Sokol. I was on To Catch a Predator. Chris Hansen used some of his dirty tricks along with the production team, the Ghost team, and the viewers. I blame everyone. I'm here at Domino's trying to get my pizza. They told me to get the pizza and get out. They don't like me, they want my kind. Even though I was set up, I went to the girl's house. She said she was 18, we're gonna eat some pizza. And that's a fact. And it's backed up by documents. So if you respect the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the Magna Carta, please like and subscribe to this video.
You got kicked out of a clothing store, is that right? Or a grocery store or something?
Let's see. There was the gym, like you said. There was Dollar General. Even the Goodwill doesn't want me there. So I know how I'm gonna get my clothes.
Yeah. It's interesting seeing the perspective of life after something like this. It usually doesn't end well when people go viral. I mean, you look at recently Hawk to a girl. I mean, like 1 second you're just a regular person, and the next second you're like, recognized.
And Chris Hansen just goes about his life like he doesn't care. He just wants to make his money and on to the next victim for him.
Well, let me ask you this: have you seen or watched any of the new generation guys that are doing it on YouTube, as they call predator catching?
A little. I watched a few episodes. I don't know them that well. There's that one bigger guy with the beard.
Yeah, it's Alex Rosin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And same thing. He catches people that, he doesn't know what they're doing. They could just be going to the house and having a conversation. He's not catching them having relations. So it's not fair. And there's the other guy that calls himself Skeeter Gene.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just trying to get rich off of clicks and views and lying and cheating, basically.
Yeah, these people trying to get clicks and views off of other people's names. That's just unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. So, have you ever been chased or threatened?
I get a lot of dirty looks, like I said, and so a lot of stores don't want me in there, but luckily there hasn't really been any foot chases or nothing like that yet, and hopefully it goes the other way and people start respecting me.
If you don't mind me getting a little personal, have you dated? And does this come up? And if it comes up, like how do you kind of? Well, let me guess. Maybe you have groupies. I mean, Chris Watts has murdered his family and has women that are. So, do you have groupies?
No, but if any viewers are watching, I am accepting groupies. I mean,
okay, I'll put your links. Put your links.
Oh yeah, put me on. I've been scared to put myself out there since then, since I was set up by Chris Hansen and his production staff and the Ghost team, because I can't believe anything now. Even if she says she's 19, she might be 15. Yeah, I can't trust anyone.
Were you mistreated by the Ghost team?
I was definitely set up, and
were you manhandled? Did they torture you or waterboard you or beat you or anything?
They didn't do anything like that, but I shouldn't have had to be in any kind of prison, jail, detention center. I shouldn't have been questioned like that. They should have just let me go home because I didn't do anything.
So let's say you do meet someone who how would you, well, are you looking for love?
Well, since the Chris Hansen thing, I've been kind of asexual. I've been, because like I said, I can't trust anyone. So I'm really disappointed in the system. I'm disappointed in Chris Hansen, disappointed in the production company, the Ghost team, and the viewers for blaming me and not even seeing my side of the story.
Have you? I just read an article about the popularity of AI girlfriends. Have you looked into that?
I've seen the ads. I haven't clicked on them yet because I'm still afraid that they're gonna make up some law that's illegal and throw me in jail again. I don't.
That's a good
Jail
point.
is jail and prison. It's not fun. You don't get a lot of fresh air, and you don't get to do what you want to do sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. I would be weary of the AI girlfriend thing because I do believe that whatever you say into AI, it is there. There probably is a Jeff Sokol folder somewhere on some server where it's all going. You know what I mean?
I feel that I am being tracked, and one wrong move and back to prison for
Oh,
Jeff.
are you? Do you feel like you're being
I
tracked?
do feel that way. I can't prove it, but
Tell me about it. Is it like gang stalking
I
or anything?
mean, anytime I see a police car, I just don't know if they're gonna stop me and harass me. I go the speed limit, and I always use my turn signal because I don't want to get pulled over and harassed. I don't think I should be.
And the reason people know about you is because now YouTube. Now YouTube.
Right.
It's there was another like the couple at the Coldplay concert. I mean, 1 second, one moment, it's your life is changed in an instant.
That's right. Not fair.
Um, Let me think.
Ugh.
Have you ever had contact with Chris Hansen since?
No, I have reached out to him because I want him to stop, making money off of my name, but he doesn't. He thinks he's too good for me. He doesn't return my calls. He doesn't. He pretends I don't exist and not worthy of his, you know, communicating with him.
I noticed, yeah, you've been tagging him on Twitter. I'll put your Twitter. I say I'm old school at X. I noticed you've been tagging him on X.
Yeah, and like I said, he doesn't respond. He won't even like a video or do anything like that. He's too good for me. Even though he was in his own trouble, he got caught bouncing checks. He got caught cheating on his wife. So it's okay for him to do it, but not old Jeff.
Mm, he got a point. You got a
I'm
point.
America's favorite whipping boy.
Yeah, I mean, some would say that cheating on your wife isn't as bad of an offense that you were
I
convicted.
didn't even do anything. I was just going to the house and wanted to hang out and just check out what was going on.
What was your lawyer's main if you could take me through the trial a little bit, what was the main defense and you ended up getting 30 months.
30 months. I went through several lawyers. I forgot a lot of their names. We had, Frank Amadeo was my current lawyer.
He's more of an entertainment lawyer a little bit, kind of.
Right. I had to get the, even he couldn't save me, but even, he at least minimized it. They wanted to give me, originally it was 7 years, so he got it down to 3 years. And we're still I still want my name cleared because I didn't do anything. There's people that done a lot worse than me, in history, including but not limited to Stalin, Hitler, and a bunch of other people.
Mm, mhm. Well, I mean, you're not wrong there with that statement. You're not wrong.
But yeah, I'm vindicated.
What's next? I mean, oh,
Well, I'd like to get back in the insurance industry. I got a haircut today, so
yeah.
I trying to take some steps in the right direction.
Hey, if I'm gonna be honest, I give you some feedback, some positive and negative on your appearance. Your hair, it looks great. I mean, it's
Thank you.
it's just like it was 11 years ago.
Thank you.
Amazing. So, I mean, you look like you've had a couple of pizzas, if I'm going to be honest, but that's
That's
okay.
right. And I got a pizza today. I stopped and got a medium. It was the same size as a small, and it's from Domino's, but there's a lot cheaper than the other places. And you got the app. You go on the app. It was only $6.99.
Planet Pizza, it's not like they're on every corner.
Right. Yeah. Plus, I can't afford to live in Connecticut anymore, so I'm in Buffalo.
Buffalo.
But
Oh,
a lot
Buffalo.
cheaper to live in
Okay.
Buffalo. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So you're in Boston at one point, right?
Right. It's expensive to live out there.
Do you know a guy named Mumbling Nick? He's from Boston.
I've heard the name before.
Uh, yeah, he's part of this Dabbleverse thing.
Oh, okay.
I've had him on the show before.
Yeah, I think I have heard him. I think he's a good guy.
Yeah. So Buffalo, is that around Rochester?
It's pretty close to Rochester.
Yeah, yeah.
About 45 minutes to an hour, about an hour away.
Have you heard of a guy named Carl?
Carl, is that the other guy in the Dableverse? He's a failed marketing man.
Yes, that's him.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
he's got this show called Who Are These Podcasts? He's part of this whole Dabbleverse thing.
He's another guy that likes to ride people's coattails.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I definitely agree. He's been riding John's coattail. Stunning John for the Howard Stern show. He's been riding his coattails for, 5 years now. He quit his marketing job because he's so successful at just talking about John. Bought a house in Clearwater. Like he's got 2 houses now. He's making appearances. He thinks he's the Howard Stern reincarnated also.
It's not right that he can make money on people's backs like that.
Yeah, well, he's in a lawsuit, pretty fierce one with Stuttering John, which we could talk about a little bit from a legal perspective. I think it all depends on where the judge wants to go. You know, if you read the tea leaves and if you're influenced by what's said on Twitter, it's a slam dunk that Stuttering John is going to lose. But I don't know if it's that.
Well, like you said, it depends on the judge. It depends if Carl, knowing him and his ethics, he probably paid off the judge.
Yeah.
He has the ethics of a field rat.
Well, I'll say this. You agreed to come on my show, and he declined.
Okay.
The fuck, you know?
Right, I agree.
Fucking. Let's see. Let's see what else I want to ask Jeff Sokol. Have you thought about going into advocacy for some of the victims of these new, like Skeeter Jeans and Alex Rosins?
It's not a bad idea. There's money to be made, because we're all in the same boat. You know, we all should be profiting. It shouldn't be in my case, it's Chris Hansen that was the predator, not me. He was the one that preyed on me. I'm innocent. He was the one that set this whole thing up, and he should be the one in jail to see how he likes it.
Well, you really, in those moments, say from a, outside perspective, you lived it, but from an outside perspective, those moments between Chris Hansen and the as you call it, the victim, or prey, it's like a mental chess game, and you were playing some chess. You really were.
Thank you. And they still threw me in jail. They didn't care that I was innocent. They didn't care that I didn't have relations. They just crafted their narrative, sliced and diced everything. Even in court, they sliced everything. They diced everything. They just wanted a conviction so the prosecutor could earn a star somewhere or a spur somewhere. I don't know where, but they wanted to do that. And they want to just click that box so they get elected next time.
You strike me, though, as watching it, as the kind of guy who can usually win arguments. A very good debater, generally confident.
Well, thank you, because my life was going really good up to that day with Chris Hansen. Like I said, I was making 6 figures. It was my insurance auditing job. You know, I had a nice car, a nice upper class house, which I lost. So my life up to that point was nothing ever really went wrong. Everything turned to gold that I touched.
Chris Hansen seemed to just be in glee over it. He seemed to just love turning the screws on you.
He really did. He really did. Even though he thought he was in charge, he wanted the narrative to be that I was the bad guy. He crafted that narrative, twisted it, and the viewers bought it.
Being in editing, I could kind of see where you're coming from. I mean, but it was like you're just a cockroach that was on his back spinning. He was just like pulling your legs off one at a time. And it just would just continually, and you would put up a fight. And you went so far as to fall on your sword. I think the fall on your sword moment was when you asked him, when you were eating the pizza, which is a fucking boss move. I mean, a boss move.
Thank you.
And then when you offered him a piece, do you want some? Why?
And he declined it. I think that was very, very, it wasn't nice of him to do that. He could have had a slice of pizza with me.
So Jeff, I'm gonna let you go. There is one thing I wanted to ask when we're talking about. I felt like you fell on your sword when it was kind of like a moment in a movie. It was like that was your moment of smoking a cigarette and knowing you're about to die. Is that what it felt like, knowing you were like, oh, I'm fucked now?
Well, I knew they were setting me up. I knew when Chris Hansen said he's got some TV program, I knew I was set up, and then yeah, it wasn't great. I knew whatever was going to happen wasn't going to be good.
Yeah, but it was almost like in a movie where a guy knows he's about to get it and he smokes that last cigarette. That pizza to me was the last cigarette, like before you go in the hole.
Yeah, pretty much that's true. And I had about 3 years where I didn't really have any good pizza.
Yeah, so you were like, this is going to be the last pizza possibly, so let me enjoy it. Kind of like your last meal.
Right. And I've been out of jail for a while, out of prison for a while, so I gained a lot of weight because I love pizza.
I got to ask this. I hope you don't take offense to it, but there's a thing called Pizzagate and code for pizza, cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza. Is that just entirely a coincidence in your case?
Honestly, it is. I love the regular cheese and pizza. I love a real pizza, and that's a fact.
Okay, just making sure. I want to say the Pizzagate thing was a little bit possibly after 2015. So yeah, I think but it's been known code, if you know what I'm talking about, in certain circles. But I mean, everybody loves a good pizza, right? Especially when
you don't love a good pizza, you're not an American, in my opinion.
There you go. Let me see what else I got. This will be the last thing I want to ask you about. Like how are you doing? How was Jeff Sokol the moment before he pulled in that driveway at 44 years old to now 55? How are you different? And how has this experience changed you? Have you learned anything? Do you accept any responsibility?
Well, I learned to be more cautious. I learned that I have to finesse my words so they're not taken to be illegal. So, like I said, I was set up and it was wrong what Chris Hansen, the production team, the Ghost team, and the viewers did to me. They lied. And it is wrong.
I'm going to have to ask the hard-hitting question. Did you think she was 13?
Well, I did. But like I said, it doesn't mean I was going to have relations with her. We were just going out to have some pizza, which I did bring a pizza. So, doesn't mean we're having relations. And that's a fact. And they still threw me in jail.
I got him to admit it. Got it. All right, Jeff. We really appreciate it. You wanted any plugs?
If anyone wants to view my channel, it's called Clearwater Chad 9037.